back. We followed her for her road trip, and she came back home. Mairlyn Smith, everybody! Look, I was tripping on my words. I'm so excited.
She came back! You know what? I kind of didn't want to come back.
Oh, you had that much fun.
I did. I had that much fun. I couldn't believe it.
I'm not going to take it personally.
No. I meant like come back to Toronto. Come back home.
Because you went out west, okay? So we sent you off with much fanfare. It was so exciting.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, it was like that. You were sort of trying to relive a trip that you had done when you were a child with your parents. We've got some shots of you, so adorable. And where was this trip that you did with your family?
We started from Vancouver. We went all the way to PEI, but this particular picture is Niagara Falls because that was on my mom and dad's bucket list.
Nice.
And they wanted to see the falls before, you know, they weren't here. I mean, they're still here, but that was on their list. So that's my little sister, who I just basically wanted to strangle the entire time on the trip in the backseat. She's like 7 years younger than me, so she's like 7, and I'm like around 14 or something.
Right.
I have boobs. What the heck? Anyway.
Well, you still do, honey. Yeah, they didn't go anywhere.
They didn't go anywhere. Anyway,
so another picture as well of you and your sister on the beach. And you're looking happy. You're not looking like you want to strangle her. Look at you,
No, I'm probably posing. Oh, yeah, I'm posing. Anyway, that was that. Now, when Scott and I went on the trip, we went back to that same beach to go in the water.
Nice.
Yeah, we did. And Scott went, it was so cold because it was September, right? Yeah. And I was like, get out of the water before there's danger happening to nether places, you know, like, I mean, like, get out. Anyway, so, yeah, it was freezing cold. But anyway, and I ran in and ran out screaming. But I really wanted, we wanted to do that because he had done the same trip from London, Ontario to Vancouver and back, and we wanted to kind of do this together. And so,
I think it's a great idea. And I know that you were a little bit worried about spending so much time with one person. Listen, whether you're married to the person or not, there are very few people in life that you probably want to be spending every single hour of every single day with for how many weeks?
4.5 weeks.
For 4.5 weeks.
I know.
In the end, though, it was all good. Check out the shots we have of you from each province right across. What made it work for you guys?
Well, you know what? I told you I was so worried that he wouldn't talk in the car.
Yeah.
But one of my girlfriends said, well, why do you have to talk so much? And I said, because I'm so interesting. Anyway. And so I decided I'd shut up.
Right.
And he started talking, and then we started talking about what we saw. Yeah. And it was so much fun. You know, I actually love him more now than I ever did. So it brought us closer together. Yeah. I don't know what is his, you know, I don't know what he thinks that, but
who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
You love him a lot now. That's great.
Yeah.
So you did Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, British Columbia.
And you know, we were sitting in the car so long that when we'd go to get out with the flag, like it would be like, oh my God. But when I got to the BC, it was like, I'm going up there. He said it was like as if there was a sale on Coach purses and I was like in the door, you know, like and I was like, I'm home.
I love it.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. So
now, when you were in Lake Louise.
Lake Louise, which was on my bucket list.
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous part of the country. I can't wait to go there and visit myself.
It's gorgeous.
You had the fondue at the hotel.
We did. I had wanted, when I was, 14, 15, when we were on that trip, I'd said, I want to come back as an adult and stay in this hotel.
Yeah.
So we did, and it's gorgeous. Yeah. It's a real destination place. And they had this thing called Wallister's Stoop.
Okay.
Wallister's Stoop. And Wallister is, you should measure this. I'm going to make the fondue. This is a Riesling. It's a VQA Riesling. You need a Riesling. You start the fondue off with this. They have a fondue dinner. So it starts with cheese, it has beef, and then it has chocolate.
Okay.
And so you're basically, 300 pounds more than when you start. Yeah, it's massive.
And so happy, though, right?
Oh, so happy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you can see the mountains and the lake in it. And it was really comfy, and it was a wonderful setting. And so the fondue, so the chef lent me the recipe, which was really nice. I said he was going to share it. So basically, you're going to bring up some Riesling wine, kind of an off-sweet sweet, to the boil, and then you're going to add a bunch of different cheese. And this is Swiss and Emmentaler and a raclette. And I got it all at Loblaws. I love their cheese department. Oh my gosh, they've done a really good job.
So the raclette is a type of cheese,
it's
right?
It's a kind of a cheese. It's a melting cheese. Anyway, so when this comes to the boil, you would add the cheese and
tons
of it, and it's by weight. So you have to kind of do it by weight.
All right.
If you don't do it by weight, it doesn't work. So you need kind of a scale. So here's the trick: when you're in the store, just look at the weights on, and add it all up, and then you need 375 grams.
Okay.
So that's
going to say pounds.
Yeah,
that's a lot of cheese.
It's a lot of cheese. You're a bit bunged up for. Whoops. Anyway, it comes to the boil, and then you're going to add this, and you're going to just melt it in here. This is not fooling around. This is like a cheese fondue.
Well, it is. I mean, that's the whole point of it. And for some reason, French people do this and they're thin. I don't get it. This is what
I
they
think
do.
they have those little
eat like
bitty
this in
forks.
Switzerland, and everyone's walking around in their pencil thin. I
know. I hate them all individually and as a group. Anyway, okay. So when that melts, that was. I said things out loud. I have no filter on the trip. No filter. Anyway, we would play this game in the car where we would put. Scott got a bag of CDs at a garage sale. We never looked at them.
Yeah.
And then he'd go, okay, go.
Crazy.
We're crazy. And I'd stick my hand in the bag and say stop, and I'd pull out a CD and we'd listen to it. It was like crazy music, and it was so fun. And
That's
I would
good that you both kind of have that off-color sense of humor, though.
You know what? I think that probably helps. I think one of the reasons why we get along is that we're both actually big kids. You know, and like we do have fun, and we played, and we would hike, and we would do all these like crazy things. Like we went on this tour in Moose Jaw. I'm getting it all over me. Who cares? Anyway, a tour in Moose Jaw. We went and saw like where they had rum runners and stuff during Prohibition, and I mean it was fun, and there was actors playing the part, and so we were improvising with them, and that kind of ticked them off. But anyway, but it was just we had a fun time.
Okay, listen, while you're stirring that cheese, I want to show people just how much of a big kid you are.
Okay.
So you're in the car for hours and hours and hours on this road trip, okay? At some point near the end of the trip, you begin to lose it a bit.
Yeah.
That's Mairlyn.
That's me. Yeah. And the thing was is that I thought I'm gonna put the iPad up and like see what happens. And see Scott, he's not actually paying any attention to me at all.
Not like you're not even there.
No, and I was telling him which way to go, and then we get there and go, what did you say? It was like I told you to go like dog left, right? And then I realized the map was upside down. Anyway. And so they're on the phone. And no, then I started losing it. There was a song Calling Elvis, so I was like, Elvis, help me! Get me into this car! Anyway, so yeah,
Go to our website. We've got actually all the video blogs, all of the blogs you did. We have them on our website at cityline.ca.
Yeah.
You can see just how crazy she gets.
How crazy it was.
On this road trip. It's cityline.ca/roadtripmair.
And you know what?
MAIR.
There's even one, the only one that really isn't on there is when I dropped your iPad, CityLine's iPad, into the Lake Louise. Yeah, anyway, so there was a lot of F-bombs on the dock. But anyway, oh my God, it was awful. It was like,
I would cry. I would be so sad.
I had to wear my sunglasses the rest of the day.
But whatever, it's just an iPad. It's fine.
Well, I know, but it was because it had all those
You
great
owe us $800.
I know. Anyway, I do. Anyway, yeah. And apparently my next born, but
iPad.
we're off. So anyway, the other part of the fondue that was fantastic was the chocolate fondue. The recipe's on your website. And if it gets a little watery, add more chocolate.
Yes.
And they dip it in banana bread.
Oh, is that what they do?
And fruit. And I bought the, did you hear everybody go, yeah.
Because that's
Now
a
you're
twist.
talking,
I've
Mama.
never seen that.
I had never either, and
love
I got
that.
this at the Loblaws. It's a market banana bread. So just chop it up, and there you go. And it's yum. So make the fondue, have a fondue night.
Very cool.
And you'll be happy.
And as for the cheese, that's all you got to do, and then you throw the bread in, and you're done, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, the very end of it, you add kirsch. So this is all booze, you know, but it kind of gets cooked off, and there's cornstarch. You know what? You get the recipe on your website, but basically it's cheese and alcohol.
Okay. That's what makes it a really fun party if you have this at your party, right?
I think so, yeah.